feeling our guides and our guardian angels and knowing that they're there. This is sometimes not the easiest thing to do, and it might be that you really, really want to feel the presence of your guides and your guardian angels, to be able to call them in, to connect with non-ordinary reality in a way that's really supportive. I know I do. I know almost everyone on the spiritual path that I know wants this ability, this state or this connection. I'm Magali and welcome to my YouTube channel. You see all the buttons down there and I always appreciate it if you want to join the channel or like a video. Thank you for doing that. Now, let's really, really get into this experience of knowing that our angels, our guides are there and they're there for us. So we might have doubts, and that's normal. I know I've had lots of doubts. And when we start to really feel the presence of our guides and angels, our doubts, they might still be there at some level because we're human beings, but I do think they diminish as soon as we can start that communication with our guides and angels. Sorry, I've got my coffee here. So I'm going to tell you the way I do this, and then we'll talk about some other ways that different people connect in this way. So the way I connect with my guides is I do need to close my eyes, and it does help if I have a hand on my heart and I feel my feet grounded. And you might want to just try this right now. And then I feel my body actually immediately turn to the left. And that's usually my first message that my guide is there. And I like to speak to my guide internally and just say, thank you for being there. And then I can sometimes, like right now, what I'm feeling is like a light is being turned on my left side, and it feels like I can feel that light, and with it comes some joy. And I can feel that subtle joy in my face and my body. And this is a very it's a very real sensation that's in that level of the texture of the physical experience, the energy experience. I do not see my guide. Sometimes I get messages, but my messages usually come when I'm working with someone else who needs the message. I'm working on getting more messages for myself, but right now they're more for other people. And that will feel like a persistent thought that is showing up several times as I'm coaching another person or I'm teaching or even talking to a friend or family member. So probably just because of who I am, my conditioning and everything, I'm a little more open to receiving messages that are for other people. So I have to consciously work on asking my guides and angels for more messages for myself. Now, for me, angels come more as a team, like a lot of little unknown angels. Sometimes the big angels come, but usually it's more like the little angels that come and they do healing work, or they're like light forms that are there to cleanse and rejuvenate and support. And that's my experience of them. Again, I can translate the energy experience into visual metaphors, but the way I receive the information is in my body and in a thought form that is sort of around me, but is not a visual experience. And I want to emphasize this because I think so many times we crave having the visual to know it's true. Yet, many of us, that's not the way we're getting intuitive information about our guides and angels. So, I want to encourage you to tune in to your sense of feeling in the body, to listening to thoughts and messages, you might not hear them. You might just notice them, sort of. Like instead of it being a voice, it's more of a noticing of a repetitive thought. And this is where meditation can be really, really helpful. Now, we can also ask to connect. So, right now, I'm going to ask for my right side guides and angels to connect with me. And my body cooperates, my body turns as I give that attention to the right side and the support team over there. And I received a pretty clear sensing that there's 4 on the right side. Now I just have that, the number 4. If I want more information, I'm going to need to tune in and ask, tell me more about this number 4. And I just got the message, we're here to help you. So simple. How nice. Thank you. So this is a communication, as you can see. We take an action, we receive information. Now, when this channel is really active, it can happen spontaneously. It can happen every time we sit down to engage in a dialogue with another person where we want that support, or we can call it in, like in times of suffering or pain, or noticing our critical voice. We can tune in to that frequency of support from our guides and angels. And I don't think that believing in it and knowing that it's true comes like as a lightning bolt. In my experience, it more comes like sunlight, as the dawn breaks, light just starts to fill in the space of our room, our landscape, our planet, and that light just becomes more and more luminous and available. And I think that's the way, at least in me, that's the way the belief, the knowing that these other realms are real and that the angels and the guides are here for us. It's like a filling up with that light of a new day. And it comes gradually, just the way the dawn, if you've ever watched the sunrise, you'll just see the light. You don't even know the moment that things are fully lit because it happens gradually. And I think that this is the same in terms of knowing this to be true. But I encourage you to actively tune in daily, just for a minute or so. Hello, say hello. I'd like to know you're here. Yeah. And see what messages your body gives you. See if you hear, or maybe you see, or maybe you feel in the textures of your body and the sensations of flow or warmth or coolness. Maybe it's an emotional tone that comes to meet you. Or maybe it's an imagination that's not visual, yet you know it's there. All right. I look forward to, if you want to share here the way you tune in or the way you experience your angels and guides. Maybe it's in dreams or when you do art or when you're laughing or when you're crying. Please share. I'd really like to know about your experiences. And if you've liked the video, please like it. And I look forward to the next time that that we are together here. Take care.